Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be running a evil Vegeta team. Now we've just got the Frieza Force giving him the strike and blast attack, and Frieza giving him the extra blast attack. Because there are, well, the yellow and the purple are blast units. Now, I love the dancing around that just always seems to happen in the middle. This team's always risky to run. Because of the current meta with just all the yellow units and hit and everything these days. Now I didn't want to go through that song and dance in the middle again, so I decided to go for a blast card. Now, as you can see, we're not doing that much damage at all. Now, honestly, I didn't hold much hope for this match at all, because we had a type disadvantaged unit and hit could take out the green Goku with just a normal attack. So that was always going to be fun to worry about. Now, I actually like using the green Vegeta purely because if you vanish with him, like I've just done, and you use your green card, it's just so good because you can't dodge it, which is just the best thing ever. And I catch him nicely in the sidestep there, and I decide, you know what, I don't want the Gotenks coming back to cover change. I know I should have saved this for hit, but honestly, at this point in time, Gotenks was a pretty big priority, especially since he hadn't used his main to get rid of. I love that triple. Anyway, cringe over. The fact he wasn't able to use his main ability really helped me. I don't know why I didn't drift back. A lot of my commands just didn't register and aren't registering these days. I tell the game sideswipe, sidestep, but no, it just won't. But I was literally about to switch out to one of my other characters, but unfortunately we get locked in, and of course you'd get a crit to be able to finish off my Vegeta, but my yellow Vegeta, but such is my luck in this game. Now, this was a seriously disadvantaged position for me. Now, I had a green Vegeta who would combat the blue Gogeta, that's fine. Now, the hit is what I was worried about, because he could take out both my units with very little to no issue. As you've just seen, he's literally just taken out my purple Vegeta in two attacks. Now, 2 million damage. Are you kidding me? Now, it was so obvious what he was wanting to do. This guy was very predictable, and there, I don't know how he caught me. I did sidestep, but the game, again, like I just said, just decides, no, I don't want to listen to you. I think I'll just, you know, screw you over. Anyway. Now, it's so obvious how this guy was playing because, I mean, he was just sitting back with his green cards and just his Rising Rush. So, it was easy enough to counter him, it's just the damage output was just not enough. Unfortunately. But I mean, what was I to do, unfortunately? Yeah, it was my only choice of going for a green card. And I didn't have any vanish, so I mean, no matter what attack he launched next was just going to kill me. Now, I had already done my tap attacks before he even did that, so so it registered like that. Now, I completely forgot he destroyed my damn Dragon Ball, so if I had my Rising Rush, I could have won this game. And if this Blast card was a Strike card, I could have won this game. But, considering the team this guy had, he shouldn't have come as close to losing as he did. But, such is the life of legends. And there's the first game. Considering the team, I think we did really well. Now, it's always a horrible thing coming up against hits, especially if you have a type disadvantaged unit and units that aren't currently in the meta like you've just seen. But now we're going straight into the game 2. This guy had an All Saiyans team, which is very interesting considering you just don't see that anymore. The Vegeta on this team is just so difficult to play around, well not play around, just deal with because of his constant increasing of your Blast Art Strike. No, your Strike Art's cost. Sorry. Oh, that was just like 10 seconds of your lives you're never getting back. Now, all those buffs on my yellow Vegeta. I mean my yellow Vegeta, which is a bit of a pity, but I wanted to let him take another hit just to get the extra damage, but I don't trust the game. So I decided to bring in my purple Vegeta just to tank this as best I can. I was really hoping he wouldn't get the feint off because the feint... But wouldn't you know it, he does. He gets the feint. Considering all of that though, he's tanked an entire, I'd say 2 combos basically very well. Now I just decided it's time to go all in with the purple Vegeta because he doesn't have much life left. Now, he managed to see there was just a Ki Blast, timed my delay really well. And I mean, considering that is damn decent damage, you know. Now, unfortunately, we don't have type advantage, but considering that, it's a decent amount of damage Vegeta was able to do. He managed to like delay. I realized he wasn't going to go for a side step because he could just stand still like that. Majority of the time, nothing's going to happen and you're going to go straight into a strike art card, so... I love this game's Japanese attacks, like the Android 13, the fused one. I love his attack, the sound of it, and just all of Vegeta's attacks. The Gallic Gun Ninja, so good. I swiped left, not actually hit my blast card, because I must have just either misclicked or tapped it too early. Luckily he times his rush split seconds late. And at this point, I decide I'm going to rush the Broly because I don't have a type advantage unit against him. And he's just a tank. If you do not have type advantage over him, he will tank you to the end of the earth. As you can see, I mean, a Rising Rush he didn't do that much damage. Just love that sound. Now, thankfully we get rid of him. Now we've got type advantage over him with at least one of our units. Now, I don't know why it took so long to register my card there, but it doesn't matter. And look at his blue card. It does nothing. Even though he's type disadvantaged, or Goku's type disadvantaged, usually it still does quite a bit of damage. And now I just let my Ki come back a bit, so I could use the green and chain it, but I've completely forgotten how expensive my strike arts cards have become. So that presented quite an issue. And unfortunately we lose one of our Vegetas. But thankfully not the one that counts. Now, I decide, you know what, it's enough dancing around. If he's going to be continually sidestepping, he's not going to really be thinking about tapping the blue card in case he wastes it. Now there's one combo from Vegeta, so that's got a really good bit of damage dealt to him. Now I wasn't worried at all. No matter what he did, he's not going to win the game. Well, yeah, win the game, because especially since I managed to bait him out there and just nicely finish with Vegeta. The green Vegeta. Actually, out of all of the Vegetas, I really love the green one the most. He's just, I don't know, I think he's got the most viability. I think he could still be used in Saiyan's teams today. And moving straight into the third and final game, we come up against an Android's team. Now, I decided to go for the blue card there with that character because, I mean, I didn't really think he'd be switching out. Catch him nicely in the sidestep. Now, I get him to waste his cells. What do you call it? Cover rescue. Trying to save his green Vegeta, his green android from my purple Vegeta. Sorry guys, I'm just like all over the place today. Now, you'd expect Cell to do a lot more damage. Thankfully, he didn't. Now, he waited. He was very patient in this game, so fair play to him. I just wanted a little bit of safety in terms of swapping in Vegeta, but I forgot this guy's just a Rising Rush farming machine when he wants to be, if he hasn't drawn his card yet and you don't have the Dragon Ball in your hand. So, also the chances of people getting feint against me are just so high. And I had no idea why I chose a green. I just decided, you know what, I think he might have a green. Even though he kind of just used one, but a lot of the times you just randomly draw a green out of nowhere, even though you've just used one. So, I mean, it wasn't a green, unfortunately, but such is life. Now, again, we're only 2 men against 3. And again, he waits so well, but thankfully we type advantage, so we don't take that much damage. And there's stupid reduction of Ki. That's always the bloody problem that I have in these games. It's just managing my Ki situation. Now, I didn't want to go for the rush because of Cell, but I remembered a bit only after I ended my combo. Cell used his cover rescue. And there I got a perfect vanish, so I decided to go straight for my rush because there was no point hanging around. At least then he couldn't switch out to the green android. Because Cell, honestly, I was not willing to keep him in because he could just wreck all my units. And especially since I have a... Nah, I thought I had a purple left, but I didn't. I wanted to use the green before he got to me, but unfortunately I didn't get the chance. And now I was just so hoping he'd take a bit longer, and he did. Thankfully he wasn't able to kill my green Vegeta. Now, this isn't looking too good for me. Even though I have type advantage against him, he times his switches really well, and he waits on them even better. So now he's about to take out my yellow Vegeta, and unfortunately I didn't even get to use him really. And I knew he was going to come in for another Russian just with the tap attacks. And I didn't want to let him. So I just went all in with Vegeta. Well, the Vegeta's hand. It was nearly enough to take him out. But here, I was either expecting a tap blast or him to fly in, hence why. But I didn't have a strike card, so I couldn't actually... what's the word? I couldn't actually counter what he was going to do, even though I knew what he was going to do. Now here I decided just get a bit of extra health to not get drawn to your second life. And I'm glad I did, because I'm pretty sure I would have been down to my second life with Vegeta if I didn't use my main ability. Now we get the counter, or we get the green card off there, which is perfect. So now we use the rush against the purple because there's no way we're going to survive. An onslaught from Android 17. He's a monster. I'm pretty sure he was at 7-star on this team as well, if I'm not wrong. We had just enough to take him out. Now, I go for the tap attacks because if he launches an attack, I was screwed. Thankfully, he actually goes for a rush. I didn't actually expect a rush, so I'm quite glad he went for it. I was really wishing I could guess it, but no. He gets the headbutts in, manages to take my Vegeta, but oh, I haven't used my second life yet. So you're a bit screwed now. Wait for him to get just... I didn't know what he was going to go for, so I decided to go straight for the strike, and I managed to pull it out of the bag. And that's it for this team, guys. It was actually quite fun to use, except when you came up against, like I said, just Hit, who absolutely one-bangs every single one of them. So those games are just not fun at all. But, I mean, such is the life when you try out teams like this, especially when you have a purple in today's meta. But if you liked it, guys, be sure to subscribe, like for more. Oh, no, like for more, or the other way around. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.